Hello, guys. I'm really happy that so many of you have managed to join me today for this happy birthday improvised live stream. Please confirm traditionally that you can hear me and see me well so that I will not feel worried about that. Um, Thank you so much. I am very, very grateful that so many of you have come today. And I'm also super grateful to my friends and moderators who are today with us. I have read all the comments that you've left, and greetings to your beautiful Oblast. Thank you so much for many kind words. Martin and Spencer will cheer all of us up, but I'm sure nothing like bad will happen. Thank you so much for writing it in Ukrainian. And perhaps I will read for those of you who've never heard what's the Ukrainian for happy birthday, and that is з днем народження. That's the way it sounds in Ukrainian. З днем народження. And I am very, very grateful that you have found time to join me. I'm really honored to celebrate with you because I believe that like the very day of birthday is special and you have to share it with the people you really love. I'm not going to keep you long, just like I guess an hour, but I will be happy to answer some of your questions. But I would like to start with this huge gratitude to all of you because you inspire lots of beautiful projects in my life. You helped me develop and evolve, and I'm very grateful that you follow the news about my country. And I'm sure that with such support together, we will definitely win. You can see some flowers. Typically, I try to adjust them to fit in the camera. And cheers, like I have cola, but I decided to put it in whiskey cola uh, glass. And thank you so much for all of your kind words, for all the energy that you send. Of course, I can tell you that I did not have any serious celebrations this year. First of all, because it is war in Ukraine, and most normal people, even if they celebrate something, because people do got married, people give birth to children, people celebrate birthdays, but all of us do it in this like silent regime. And also those of you who follow me, you know that this is the first year that I celebrate without my mom. It was always her greatest holiday. She loved my birthday very much. She loved the season. She would always tell the stories of how I was born. And I miss that. And I visited her today, brought her some flowers. So this is definitely not the kind like of birthday that I typically have, and I like. But I am very glad that I have you in my life, and that you inspire so many good things, and you help me, and you helped me through really dark times. And anyway, like if I could hug you, I would definitely give 588 hugs right now. Also, as my beautiful moderators teach me, if you watch us and you like this video, please subscribe. What was the story my mom told me? Well, maybe I will like concentrate on more positive things and tell you something about my parents if there is something you would like to know. Well, she would tell me it was not easy for her to give birth to me. It was a long process, like a day and a half or something. And these Soviet maternity houses, they were not ideal, and people did not have contact with their families. And she would tell everything. But thank you so much for buying me coffees. I feel like really glad about that, and that inspires and helps the projects. We've traveled a little bit with Sasha, and I'm really happy that you liked the video from Kyiv. And like there will be more from Lviv and more interviews to come, so that's interesting and that's really good. Well, the alcohol is not that problematic in Ukraine. because like traditionally people did not drink much, it was not the habit, and even national alcoholic beverages in Ukraine, they are now not that strong, like, and the culture of, if it's possible to say so, alcoholism came here together with Soviet Union, because it was like bribes, giving people something. And so that's not the issue in Ukraine, of course. No, like many can, well, like people do drink alcohol and there are problems, but they are not related to culture. um then about my, yeah, I would like to have 80,000 subscribers for the birthday. And I even thought it would be funny, like, to tell you, like, I'm 80. This will sound like as if I'm like really 80 for a birthday, but like hopefully the number of the subscriptions will grow. And I'm really grateful for that, not because of the number, but because YouTube algorithms work. This helps to grow um, like attention and make more videos visible. And as a reaction to this video, more people know about what is going on in Ukraine, more people realize, are able to answer questions. And I'm very grateful to those of you who react and talk to your politicians, talk to your senators. I'm really very happy when I receive such updates from you. Someone was asking me what is the legal age to drink in Ukraine. That is 18. Since 18, until you are 18, no one will sell you alcohol. But why alcohol is a question. Cheers, this is cola. Thank you so much for all the hugs that you're sending. Hello, sister. I'm really glad to have you here, and many, many, many hugs your way. And honestly, I am super grateful for the amount of really important people whom I consider my friends that I have encountered with the help of my channel. I'm really grateful that I have you in my life. I know that I share birthdays, or somebody's birthdays are close to me. So also many happy returns. Like when I was a child, we were introduced to English language traditions and so on, and often we would use like many happy returns. And now living in Ukraine and realizing how dangerous everything can be, I understand that many happy returns is actually a really good kind of congratulation. William, Lucas, John, Christoph, and Tom, I guess, thank you so much for buying me coffees, and like it's a birthday coffee. Thank you so much. And yeah, a virtual army is really good. Um, okay, so like, thank you so much. You have like, do I have some memories of before independence? No, not many, like, because I was really small at that time. There are some glimpses, but most of my memories come from school, like, and I went to school in the independent Ukraine. And it was, by the way, one of the very optimistic periods in the history of my country. Like the 90s, they were very poor, and like people, like sweets were a serious present, honestly. And at the same time, people could not get salary like for months. They would get salary in sugar or in some other things. And and my parents, also being doctors, had this experience. And um, but many people were very much optimistic about the collapse of the Soviet Union and the strengthening of Ukrainian culture. So this is kind of a very important moment. And I remember like we had lots of Ukrainian holidays. Then in 2000s, when Yanukovych became a president and other bad things happened, it was kind of less cool. Thank you so much, Massimo, for coffees. And I hope you don't mind that I thank people who buy coffees, that it does not get you that distracted. And greetings to your mother. If it's her birthday, mothers are really important. And I miss my enormously. Honestly, this sometimes I try to block my memories for a certain period of time because, like, I don't want to cry a lot, and especially when I return from somewhere, like because I would always come and tell her something, and when I return back from Kyiv, Lviv, other trips, and I cannot share this information. So, Martin, thank you for buying me coffees. And thank you so much for wishing me birthday. This really means a lot. And greetings to Finland, greetings to the United Kingdom, greetings to the Wirral Peninsula. And I learned so much of you. You were asking me about some specific birthday traditions. I don't think that we are that very much different. And stay strong, Rob. I do understand what you feel when losing a mother. It's always different for everyone, but the absence and the emptiness is obvious. Happy birthday to Smooth Jazz Rob, who had birthday on the 12th of August. So in Ukraine, like people do eat cakes. Glazings, icings are not that popular on Ukrainian cakes. And I know that like even TV shows, for example, in the US, how people decorate cakes. This is more common for like kids' cakes, but not for grown-ups. Also, candles, yes, and you make a wish when you blow the candles. Also, there are presents, there are parties, most people are singing happy birthday to you. There is a Ukrainian version, z Dnем Народження, blah, blah, blah. And there is a Ukrainian song, but it's more like, I don't know, it sounds a bit sad. And it comes from almost like medieval times, Mnohaya lita, which means like lots of years for you, but it's not that common like among younger generations. Thank you so much, Christoph and Gorilla. Thank you so much. What my favorite childhood present? Gorilla Joe, I'm sorry, but just like what my like I can remember one really funny thing. It seems to me it was when I was like a New Year present, but my parents gave me a bicycle, and I started crying because I did not want a bicycle. I don't know, like I was always like a girl, and someone, thank you so much, and Wayne, thank you so much for coffees. I am a girl, like you notice that. Weird sentence, I agree. But I have always liked, like my mom, she could buy me lots of clothes. She loved buying me clothes. And she would always buy me really good clothes. Like she could, it's difficult to buy for someone else size and style. Thank you, Sarah, for coffee. But for mom, she always matched, and she loved it. She didn't love to buy something for herself that much, but she loved buying me. And as a girl, I loved clothes. I like perfume, makeup stuff, and like books. So I cannot impress you. Like my presents are pretty like, in this case, I'm a material girl. I mean, like I love that. And we also had this tradition to give birthday presents at night. Like I was always very impatient. My parents laughed at that, but I always like wanted something. The sooner the better. Now I'm more good at like controlling. Life made me, but I was pretty impatient, and I would always look for birthdays, trying to find them for birthday gifts. And I was like, so they gave me presents as soon as like the August 13th happened. So it was like I would stay long, like for a New Year or Christmas, I would stay long without sleep, and then I would get my presents at night. I still keep this tradition, and many of my like really close people, they congratulate me like at 12:01 p.m. or a.m. On the day of my birthday. So we have this tradition, and I love to keep it. What are my three Birthday wishes. Mm, well, first of all, I would like a victory for Ukraine, and I would like a grand victory for Ukraine. Not like just territories liberated, but a peaceful collapse of Russia as an empire. And I think it's more than like three wishes in one, honestly. Then I would like my close and important people to be healthy. And I'm very much like job oriented or like work oriented. I really love this channel now and writing and other things. So I'd like to be happy and doing that all. So thank you so much for so many beautiful birthday wishes. You cannot imagine how important it is. Putin's head on a tray, it smells. I don't want to see his head. Like, I would like to see it online, but I would not like to see it in reality. Yeah, I know the time of my birth. Are going to tell me like it was 6:45 p.m. in the evening, like a TV show. My beautiful moderators, Martin, it seems to me, was asking me, and I told him like a TV show. Thank you so much for buying me coffees. Guys, I'm really comfortable about the age. You don't have to say I'm 20 when I'm not. Because, like, Jennifer Lopez is like, how many years? We've discussed that, and I have still like 15 years ahead. So I think it's totally okay to, like, now I realize that life is so dynamic, and when you live in a country at war, you experience the death of your mother, you realize that like everything is so like I have read one naughty quotation recently. I don't know, it's my birthday, so perhaps I should. You should never count years, lovers, and glasses of wine. So I kind of think that it's wise, because the way people feel, the way people are able to build something does not is not clearly connected to like the age. Of course, like health issues, that's what's important. The level of energy is important. Most of my like dreams are not age related. If you'd know me closer, you would know that I'm kind of not a classical girl with very classical dreams, but so I don't feel like any limitations about that. And if you're healthy and you have energy, so that's important. And you of course have to do things because when you see so many deaths, and here in Ukraine we do see it, and we see lots of people who are much younger than me, like 20 years younger than me, die on front lines, for example. Or when I was looking at my mom going with her to the hospital, there are so many stories that you have to be grateful for, like every day that you have. And so I honestly do not have any, I don't know if it's correct to say complexes like about my age. I feel totally comfortable in it, but I do want to say I'm 80 kilobyte subscribers. Thank you so much, Run Forest. Thank you, someone, Andy, Roy, Grant, Valentin, and Robert. Thank you so much for buying me coffees and supporting the projects. You know that, like, I have started interviewing people, and soon you will see more interviews to come. Also, I am working on the book project, and I have to confess that I have 10,000 words. That is not so many, but that is already something. And I do believe that when you have a certain number, it makes you it makes you more obliged. Like, you cannot finish it, you have to do it. So thank you so much for your kind words and wishes. I cannot read all of them, but I'm really, really, really grateful. Um, Something about Russians, like, or well, I feel really bad about how was the Silicon Curtain event. Thank you so much. I'm sure you will see more because Jonathan was recording a lot. And I was very much inspired by this event. Many beautiful people came and many interesting thoughts. I was really happy to get to know some of these people. And it was an honor to speak. And in general, I know that many more similar projects are to come. Also, we have recorded an interview with Jonathan. He is a very interesting, inspiring, wise man. And I'm really glad that you watched the live stream. And Orest and his wife did a really good job to organize the event. It looked very, very serious, like it. And I hope that soon it will be. Someone is very persistent about the eating of sunflower seeds. Like we do eat them, like an oil is made out of them, so they are like you can buy them peeled or you can peel them. Some people do it in the mouth. It's bad for your teeth, actually. And I'm not a fan of sunflower seeds. Many people here eat them. They are often added to bread and to other bakery products, but they are, how do you say, like they have lots of oil in them and you cannot eat a lot of them. You will feel like fed up really quickly. Thank you so much. I'm really glad, Eric, that I'm your favorite Ukrainian. That's an honor. And I'm so grateful, guys. You cannot even imagine. I spoke that about that on Silicon Curtain, that how much I'm grateful that you care about my country, that you want this update, that you want to know more about our history, that you want to see our victory. This is huge. Honestly, I was like, thank you so much, Jennifer and Magnus. Thank you so much. And Agneta and Paul from Calgary. I'm really honored to have you in my life. I discovered so many beautiful countries. I know a lot about your languages. And what's the latest news about bridge? Like we are waiting. We are waiting because I hope it will collapse soon. Together with you, I learn a lot. And I was thinking myself, like, come on, they've been bombing this bridge for so long. Why doesn't it collapse? And then I realized that it's really difficult. Imagine that's a sea, and you have this really narrow bridge, and typically they are mined and explode, but it's really difficult to mine them. But anyway, the processes are very vivid, and of course, it will collapse, and that will be a huge, huge victory. I do agree with many Ukrainian experts that perhaps we should have started with blowing up the bridges and not vice versa, beginning the counteroffensive and then blowing them up. Thank you so much, Harry and Tony, and some Coca-Cola in your honor. And but anyway, all the important processes are happening, and I believe that soon we will get more long-range missiles and other things, and we will be able to be more effective in the counteroffensive. Actually, not many countries would have started the counteroffensive without having F-16 and aviation and long-range missiles. We did, because we don't have another option, and many territories are already liberated. Thank you so much, Gareth, Günther, Yenny. I hope that I read correctly your names, and Harry, because I don't want to mispronounce. If I do it, please forgive, and it's not because like just like I'm learning, and this I did like one phrase that it's not a problem if you make a mistake if it's learning. So it's a learning process, and I learned so much from you. Thank you so much for your greetings to Canada. Greetings to many, many beautiful to the US. Thank you so much for all the kind things that you send in my way, and for coffee's better. Thank you so much. And okay. Well, it's firing the conscription centers due to corruption. There were a couple of cases, and we have to understand that such things are very real because, of course, there are lots of people who don't want to go to front lines and are ready to do whatever they want. But now I see that some positive changes are happening. I don't know about this like decision that only people we will see they will change. For example, in my region, no such things were observed. It was the case about Odessa region, and Odessa region is kind of, seaports, lots of money previously in that region, and they were more susceptible to corruption. But you see, all of these processes are very open in Ukraine, and you can see it. And we will see what will happen, but Ukrainian anti-corruption organizations are very, very active, and our civil society is super active. So I'm sure not many will continue deciding something or solving something. Thank you so much, Mary, David, Ross, and Kim. Thank you for buying me coffees and all the possible, all the, and Jonas. Thank you so much. Maybe there is something else you would like me to tell about, I don't know, Ukrainian things, lots of coffees. Yeah, I will spend some on Coca-Cola and also on some beautiful projects to come, and I'm really grateful. So who's planning to come to Lutsk? I see that my friends are discussing come over, but I hope soon it will be safe, and you will be able to come and experience more of my country, because honestly Ukraine is very beautiful, both from historical point of view and from cultural point of view, and we many people agree that we have very tasty food, and I'm sure you will like it. But of course, so far from my perspective, it is still dangerous to come even to more like safe locations like Lviv. But in future, we will meet in Lutsk and in different corners of the world. I would definitely love that. And that's really cool that your friends teach our soldiers. We are super grateful for the services that we receive for the introduction and trainings that our people get, because actually the skills and knowledge and invaluable experience that we get, so that's really important. Greetings to Netherlands. Thank you so much. Yeah, like one more important thing, as I receive questions about F-16, it's very important for us to understand that even the decision, a very positive decision, was made really long ago. We still did not receive them, like, and many of our pilots did not start training yet, which means like it seems like you've got it, why don't you do it? And in reality, like we don't have it. Thank you. Greetings to Mallorca. It's a nice place, definitely. I would like to visit one day. Thank you so much. And I do like the fact that there are more likes than people watching, but still there are a lot of us. And I'm sending you lots of virtual hugs. And I'm really glad that you are in my life and that you support my country. We are super lucky to have you. And believe me, Ukrainians are very grateful, and Ukrainians are very much surprised that they got all of this attention and all of this support. We were ready to fight and protect us, even without your support, because this is like an existential fight, and we did not have a choice. But now that you support us, we don't have like other choice but win. Thank you so much, Ken, for buying me coffees. Thank you for wishing me happy birthday. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for 1,000 likes that we've managed to reach, and hopefully soon I will turn 80. 80 is actually a good age, and I think it's really cool if you manage to live that long. Yes, I think that many Ukrainians will come back. Those that left. Why? Because honestly, there is no place like home. Second, if we win, if we win, we there will be lots of good initiatives, and if we join European Union, if we finally become a member of NATO, people will definitely come and experience more about Ukraine, and there will be lots of opportunities. Plus, many people who live abroad, they realize the things that they awfully miss: their homes, their schools, their friends. So we have to understand that many of those that left, these are not the people who planned to. These are the people who had to. That's why it's a little bit different. But I will be like a little bit more open-hearted today. That I don't understand people who left Ukraine from regions like mine. I do have some close people with whom I have some misunderstandings, because I think it's okay to live and work from here, from where I live. But of course, all people have their own opinions, and we cannot decide for them. I see that many of you correct me when I say if we win. Of course, I always tell myself when, but this war yet does not show the signs of ending. We have to realize that. We also have to realize that winter is going to be difficult, and we are preparing for it. And at the same time, I understand that some fatigue is present, and that's why we have to be super organized. We have to be very eloquent, and I'm asking you, speak to people who feel tired. If you watched my interview, if you watched my interview in with Operator Starsky, you know that I said that he said that if you are tired at war, you are dead. And I think it is the best explanation possible, and very vivid and very simple. You simply don't have a right to be tired, and that's why you have to fight back. So many questions about whether I'm 18 or 20. I did like how my moderator Martin said that I am an Orwellian woman. Orwellian woman, because I was born in 1984. Thank you so much, John, for buying me coffees, and 20 virtual hugs go your way. Hugs. Why did I start mispronouncing this word? I don't know. Yeah, of course, I have faith in Ukraine, and also I think that we will definitely win. We have already won this war when we did not collapse, when we managed to take back lots of our territories, when the world clearly sees what Ukraine is, and like all of you understand that we are not Russia, when so many Russian crimes are visible. So this is very important. And so thank you so much for becoming a member, Philip Dennis. Okay. And yeah, I do look 30 or I look 28. I feel totally comfortable with my age, guys, because otherwise I would easily tell you something different. But once again, I feel totally comfortable in my age. And I am also 174 centimeters. I don't know why so many of you think that I am smaller. Greetings to you that you have happy birthday, if I'm not mistaken. I am also 174 centimeters. I don't know if someone can convert it into feet. Please do, because I never do that. And I am like 63 kilos, if you want to know that. And 23.5 centimeters is my foot. So everything that you need to know about me. So, thank you so much for your kind greetings. And I'm really grateful that you are in my life. And I was trying to prove you that. Okay, yeah. 5.8, right? Thank you so much, sister. Hugs. I so much value you, sister, in my life. And thank you so much. So, and once again, my dad had a very, like, my dad had really great sense of humor. And when my mom was feeling like, when my mom was feeling sad about her age or something, when it was her birthday, and she would like grumble about that, or how do you say it? and uh, and my dad would tell her, Hala, that's the Ukrainian Halina, her name, and he would say, Hala, relax, tomorrow you will be older than today. So please enjoy that you are like younger today than you will be tomorrow. So I think this is actually a very correct thing. And somehow, like, I think that like hiding your age is betreating yourself. Because once again, I do believe that 40 is new 30. And come on, many people act like that. If you want to see pictures of my parents, I have some. And please join me on Instagram. I share different kind of content there. And you will be able to find that. Okay, I like it. Perfect woman. That's a correct. That's a correct comment. I'm sorry, but I think it's okay for a birthday. That's really good. And greetings to Finland. Yes, so many. Yet, yes, and 70 is new 50. Thank you, Frederick and Klaus and Jay for buying me coffees. Honestly, my mom died one day before her 72nd birthday. And I felt like she was very young to die. And she was very good on Facebook, everywhere. She was so bright. She had really good style. She loved jeans and sneakers, and she would buy really good clothes for me. And I do think like that she was young at that age. So believe me, in my age, I feel even younger. Saying thank you so much, Alexandra. Thank you so much, Jamie. And that's why my greatest advice: don't feel sad about your birthdays or about your age. Yes, 72 is too young to go. And so I hope that 120 is new 80, because it's okay. And like, um, once again, I've told you, like, Jennifer Lopez is like 15 years older than me, and it's not that like I am a huge fan of her, but I do like the way she looks. And I think, oh my god, and that's still 15 years ahead. So yeah, for 80, am I 80? No. Thank you, someone, for buying me coffees. How many subscribers do we have? Like, honestly, I have to confess, I'm checking it when it comes close to a particular number. I'm doing that. Yeah. Okay, 79,967. So actually, it may be that during my birthday, I will turn like I will turn 80. By the way, my grandmother, thank you, Edwin. My grandmother, she always looked like really well. She was like, she was also a Leo, and her birthday was on the 15th of August. And I am more like my grandma, I guess, because my mom was super kind and very, very good. And like, she worried and cared about everyone, and I'm like more evil. And my grandma was like also, and but my grandma always looked fabulous, like she was always in the center of attention, and she is like true woman, if you may think, and she will always care about the way she looks. And even in her like 70s or 80s, she lived 86, almost 87 years, and always thought that my mom will live longer. And Operator Starsky, if you're here, thank you so much for being awesome, because we do need you in Ukraine, and I'm really glad that you are here. And thank you for your interview and everything that you do. Really grateful, and you're cool. Uh, so, and yeah, Starsky, thank you so much, and thank you for being so cool. Yeah, you see so many, like, at least they've stopped asking about my age, and they started saying hi to Operator Starsky. So you're actually a savior of this evening. Thank you so much. And someone says that he looked 70 when turned 40. I think that the way we look and the way we feel very much depends on the events that happen in our life. And look at President Zelensky, right? He looked very young when he started. And come on, Zelensky is young and he's 45 or something. And now, after so many things that happened, I think like this is a huge burden. This might be really difficult. Thank you so much for many, many beautiful greetings, and greetings to Chicago. And yeah, and thank you for your jokes. So I was telling you something about my grandma that was always really cool. And she had one advice, like, she would always look like, I don't know, in her 80s, she would look like 70 or 65 or something. But she would say, like, when I'm 80, I start telling people that I am 90. And they are always, oh my God, you cannot be like that. So my advice, like, not say minus 10 years, but give plus 10 years, and you will receive lots and lots and lots of compliments. And happy birthday, Steven, if you had it yesterday. Stay strong and dream, and may all the good things happen to you. Thank you so much, Clint, for John, Arthur, and oh my God, thank you so much for joining. Once again, please forgive if I mispronounce some of your names. And thank you so much for sharing your stories and your birthdays and your losses. I do feel like we are a family, and I greatly value our community, honestly. And I think that I do get some presents. Thank you. I once again, I've told you that, like, I since childhood, I've always liked presents, and I think it's normal, and flowers and other things. Greetings to Norway. I want to visit your beautiful country, and I think that will be a good experience because we share a lot of history, and that's really cool. Thank you so much for being with me on my birthday. I feel really honored to have you in my life, and I would never imagine having such a community, and you are definitely making us stronger. And greetings to your best friend. So, okay, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Yeah, Norway has lots of fjords and so on. Okay, happy birthday from Romania. Maybe some more questions. We still have some time, and cheers to you with cola. Okay, I had a lot of questions about the cake, and I did not have cake. I did not have cake today because honestly, I didn't feel like I want one. I had ice cream. And it's not wine, it's cola. But after I finish stream, I will add some whiskey into this cola with ice. But like I'm very yeah, someone wants to see me drunk on live stream, and perhaps like when we win, it's possible. I got my PhD in 2011. What is my favorite ice cream? Various kinds of vanilla. I like it. Um, and there is one that I like a lot. This is a Lviv traditional ice cream, and it's Philadelphia cheese, but it's very, very milky. I like chocolate cakes too. That's true. Um, Thank you so much for, yeah, I would like traveling's gift. I agree with you, and thank you so much for the invitation. I do hope that one day we will be able to meet in reality. And yeah, whiskey cola is a lie, and gin tonic I like. Yeah, no, sorry. um, What do you think selling the new Ukrainian stamps? Well, I think that it's good that people like Ukrainian stamps, though I do not like the way Ukrainian post office is working. We have some private post offices, and they work really good, like Nova Poshta, maybe someone heard about that. And this ordinary Ukrainian post is kind of, it takes really long to send something. And it's another problem is that it takes really long and it's very expensive. For example, to send something like to the US will 1,000 hryvnias for a really small package, and 1,000 hryvnias is really difficult to. Let me count. I'm not that good. Divided by like $30 for a book or something, and I think it's kind of very this one of the things that prevents normal like trade and exchange around the world. Thank you so much, Adam, JDX, and Honey Girl, for buying me coffees. And yeah, PhD. Wow, it was not that difficult, but I cannot tell you that I am a classical scientist. I am more of a practitioner, and I have always liked this side of my work and communication. Yeah, I'm a Leo. I cannot tell you that I believe very much in horoscopes, but I always believe in Leo description. When you read a description of a Leo, it is very much me. Um, how would I describe the character of Volyn people? I cannot say there is something that like specific. I can describe the character of Ukraine people, Volyn people. They are not that different. I don't know. Yes, we do boycott products of companies that did not leave Russia. And At the beginning of this war in 2014, Ukraine was pretty dependent on various, even direct Russian products, and many of them were first marked in supermarkets, then taken away. And now we follow very closely things that are happening. And of course, people like Unilever, or I remember Coca-Cola at the beginning was in doubt, but now it does not. And I was like very much worried because, I need Coca Cola in my life. And that's why the semester starts on the 1st of September. In Ukraine, we don't have super chat, it's not open for Ukraine. And I don't want to trick YouTube and to say that I am located elsewhere, because it's very important for me to be connected to my country and that you know where I am and that people know I don't like such things. I know people change something. Thank you so much, Carl, and 20 virtual hugs to you. Okay, I'm sorry, Spencer. PhDs are hard. Honestly, they are hard. But they are hard, like they train your character. There are dialects in Ukrainian language, but I cannot say that we don't understand each other. These are slight dialects that just spice up communication, but do not prevent understanding. Thank you so much, Edward, for buying me coffees. And no, I have never been to Russia, and honestly, I don't want to. And I don't plan even after they collapse. Thank you so much, Robert, for coffees and Ukrainian greetings. I studied in school. That's where I became fluent in English. Also, I continued my further education is linguistic, but honestly, I mostly am grateful to my school, and that is why I think that schools, like education at school, many schools pay much attention, and our school was specialized, and we. I really, really far away from Russia. Russia is like thousands kilometers away from me, and why would I travel that way? I don't know. Why did it surprise you? I've been to Belarus, and also I cannot tell you that I like it. It was really long ago, but like my impressions to Belarus, I'm ready to come after they overthrow Lukashenko and become more democratic, and I'm sure they can. Thank you so much, Dave, and someone, and Robert, for buying me coffees. Um, as a linguist, I have never liked Noam Chomsky, so it was not difficult for me to like totally break up with him when he started saying this ugly things, and I don't know how to explain. He's like the reasons of his behavior. But I think he's very angry at the US or something like that. And this is just like, I know that Vlad Wexler has really good idea and really good analysis of Noam Chomsky on his channel. But like, he was always a weird man for me. And once again, thank you so much, Ken. Once again, I have to confess, I'm not a person who gets totally dissolved in science. I have always liked language as an instrument, language as a tool of communicating your ideas, that gives you an ability to explain, that gives you an ability to tell the story. You know, one of my favorite quotes is actually by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, live to tell. Like, that's how I like language. I'm not very much into cases. That's why sometimes you ask me, like, teach us Ukrainian. And I am not that good in, I can even teach English better than Ukrainian. So please forgive that. Um, yeah, your moms are always right. Listen to your mom. Yeah, so I am a practitioner in that, in language, and I always like that more than just different types of metaphors. I like constructing metaphors in terms of analyzing them. I dream to visit United Kingdom. I haven't been there before, but I do dream. And like since childhood, it was a magical country. You have to understand that if you are immersed into a specific culture at school, and we were like oriented on the British English, and it was so interesting. And maybe this September I will be for a brief visit, project visit to Ireland, Dublin, and that will actually be my very first visit to the English-speaking country. I've been a lot in Europe, but I would like. What countries do I want to visit? Oh, well, a lot. I would like to visit my relatives in Argentina. I would like to see some. I would like to visit Japan. I would like to visit United States, and of course Great Britain. And I'm saying about the countries I have never been to. And yes, Denmark, of course, definitely, and lots of like Scandinavian countries and Iceland, and Sweden, and yeah, we did study Shakespeare, and some warm countries too. Thank you so much, Adrian, for buying me coffees and greetings, and yeah, the Netherlands and so on. So actually, I love traveling. I can tell you, I would like visit uh, North Korea. I would like to visit Russia. um, these are all the other countries I would love to. When I was a child, I also dreamt to visit India because I was a fan of Indian films. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a Leo. I'm very much of a Leo. Yeah, I know that Chicago is very beautiful, and there are lots of Ukrainians in the city, and so on. Yeah, Iceland is a magical country. And political career, honestly, I don't think so. I know that I could give it a try. Thank you so much, Ed, for buying me coffees. I think I could give it a try, but honestly, um, it's so difficult, and you end up with people hating you, no matter how good you are. But I would like to be. Um, I would like to be active in the Ukrainian cultural field, in the, I don't know, some cultural diplomacy. I would like to finish and write a really good book on Ukraine. So that's what I would love more than like being a president. But I'm sorry. Yes, all the Kazakhs come from Kozaki. It was just after the destruction of Zaporizhia siege that they have started that. So that's what, yeah, I would like to visit The Hague. By the way, yeah, we would like to meet there for a celebration. And also, they have a Europeana conference, and my NGO was invited to participate in October in the Hague meeting. So I thought it would be wonderful if we could, like, oh yeah, an ambassador. I guess I would like to be an ambassador. You know, recently we had one ambassador who was appointed, and many people did not like her to Bulgaria, and there were lots of comments. And I thought, like, I should uh, write something. Yeah, I do have family members living in Ukraine. Right now, all of my family lives in Ukraine, and they did not leave. Some of my Kiev family relocated at the very beginning of war, but then returned back. So, um, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that I would be a good ambassador. You can write it to Kuleba so that they will use me, but not in Russia or Belarus, please, even in future. um, Thank you so much for all the kind. Yeah, an ambassador to the USA. I like it, honestly. But I do realize that there are many good things that you can do even without being a part of any system. And actually, I worked for 5 years as a vice rector at the university. This is a deputy of the rector, and we have like 10,000 students at the university. It was not so small, and I had lots of people who worked with me. And it was interesting, but at the same time, it was really difficult, because you do not belong to yourself. Thank you so much, Johnny, and thank you, someone, for buying me coffees. And I will later read and answer with comments. So even if I don't name you right now, I will read and see that. Thank you so much. So I have to confess that I am a very independent person. I like taking responsibilities, and honestly, that honestly, I think that it's always good if you can do something by yourself. Like if, for example, as this channel, or I can write a book without being dependent on anyone. So that's why I like it. Yeah, I see it, 1,111 viewers, and that's really magnificent. Um, yeah, okay, I will interview students when I meet them in future. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the greetings that you send me. Uh, uh, do you have reasons to be critical? Well, I cannot tell you that I'm critical about the Ukrainian government. In general, I am satisfied. And thank you so much, Pat. You know that you're a special person, and I'm really glad that I have learned you and found you with the help of this channel. I have written some articles for the books which were published by the daily Ukrainian newspaper. There are some books, and the books that you see on my background during vlogs are actually the ones in which there is my part. But also, thank you, William, for buying me coffees. But also, I'm working on one book right now, but I'm talking so much about it. Typically, I keep the project that are not finished yet to myself. So let me stop talking and start writing. This last week was actually very, very busy. So I have to get back. I was a little bit like a lot of things happened during this week and stuff like that. So I want to spend some time in calm regime, um, about Ukraine, of course. But maybe one more, two more questions, and we will switch to drinking whiskey and cola. Those of you who are okay, uh, drink some wine for the future Ukrainian victory. That's all what we have to pray for. This is really important, honestly. You cannot imagine, like, sometimes I feel totally normal, but sometimes I realize how abnormal everything around is. And the fact that, like, I get questions like, um, what are my plans for the nearest future? Like, I don't know what will be my nearest future. Everything is so unpredictable. I know in general in human life everything is very unpredictable, but with war, it's really that way. So uh, my nearest plans are to stay strong, resilient, and to believe in Ukrainian victory, and to do everything I can to make it come closer. Thank you so much for saying that our future looks good. Yeah, and a glass of Bushmills will definitely be okay. Okay. Greetings to Oklahoma and the champagne, everything. Thank you so much, guys. You cannot imagine how much I love you, honestly. And when I say you all of these things, I always read your comments. I'm so grateful for the things that you share, that you showed up for my birthday, and there are 1,000 of us right now, and that you helped me share the information about my country, that you like my stories. I'm always honest with you. I can make some mistakes, I can be over emotional sometimes, but this is like real me, and I'm so grateful that you like real me, and I don't have like to do anything or to tell you that I'm 20. Anyway, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for single malt whiskeys that you will drink. And thank you for feeling that I'm real. I will come back to your emails tomorrow. I will answer all of them. I'm sending you lots of hugs. If you're not yet subscribed to my Instagram or to my Twitter or to my threads, join please, because I'm active there and I start sharing more and different stories there. Also, we have a wonderful Discord community with a beautiful dictator, Martin, who is our moderator. I'm very grateful to Martin and Spencer that they are my real friends and they support a lot of things apart from uh, our live chats, and I'm really grateful. I'm grateful to everyone. And I'm even grateful to Russian trolls because, come on, they demonstrate that we make them angry, and soon that evil empire will definitely collapse. If you wish, you can also check our merch shop. I know that many of you sent me beautiful photos in our t-shirts. We will launch a new uh, collection soon, and these are good conversation starters. And I'm really grateful for the emails where you show me the answers of your senators, of your politicians, how you address the questions of Ukraine, because I know that we will win this war, but we have to win it sooner, because every day costs human lives, our infrastructure, and everything. And it's super important to save as many people as possible. And they have already caused so much trouble and so much destruction. I am an optimist and I don't focus on that, because this does not happen. This does not help. I mean, everything, lots of things are ruined, but we have to focus on the things that we can change. And that's what I do. But you have to understand that it happens really every day. Yeah. Thank you. Someone thought that I'm 80 years. Thank you so much, Ed, for buying me coffee and for your support and everything. So, anyway, guys, you are a true family. You are a true inspiration. And I and like millions of Ukrainians were very much surprised with your support. And every day we are super grateful that you stay with us. We know that it may take longer than expected, but we are confident that together we will win. Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitations. I would love to visit your countries. And you remember that maybe if we reach 100,000 subscribers, we can organize a meet and greet somewhere out of Ukraine, because I'm not ready to invite you here. But I would like to see you, so you can write me your offers in comments. Where is that place on earth where we could celebrate 100,000 subscribers? Love you, value you. Thank you so much for being with me. And I'm going to drink some whiskey and cola. And thank you so much. Thank you. Love you. Slava Ukraini.